Dear participants, welcome to OC Vision Investor Webinar. We will start with company's presentation, followed by a live Q&A session. If you would like to ask your question to the company, please use the Q&A box at the bottom of your screen. For your convenience, we are recording this session and replay will be available shortly after the call. That being said, I'm turning the call over to our hosts, the management of OC Vision.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for participating in OC Vision investor presentation. Today we'll give overview of OC Vision company and also talk about bond issue. So let's start. So presenters, myself, Toms Denis, Chief Executive Officer, co-owner, and also member of the board at OC Vision, and Gatis Kokins, co-founder and co-owner and member of the board at OC Vision. Disclaimer you can read afterwards in details, and also it's available everything in our prospectus. So let's go to first slide. So what is OC Vision? So generally, OC Vision is our corporate brand, which involves many sub-brands, which are, most of you know, Vision Express, Optio, VisionNet, Optic Lornet, Dr. Lancer, Optica, Divinity, or Quantus. So we are largest A-care group and also in hearing care, operating for 30 plus years. We fulfill 540,000 client orders per year. We evaluate our market share as 1/4 of Baltic market. Also, this for sure evaluation is conservative side because there's this other market. If we look against other optics, it will be larger. Then we employ 579 employees as of end of last year. We measure that we have each fourth client a new client, which we cannot identify in our systems, in our database, etc. So we not only serve our existing clients, but also grow with new clients. And we have 77 optical stores across Latvia and Lithuania. We constantly are upgrading, renovating, relocating. So when our aim is to grow to 80 stores in some foreseeable future. We have high customer satisfaction according to our surveys, 90%. And from financial standpoint, revenues last year were 36 million euros and EBITDA was 2.2 million euros. Net debt over EBITDA ratio was 1.8 times. So we are not very levered company. So brief history of the group. So company was established when free capital economy came back to Baltic states back in 1991. So main reason historically it's interesting stories that of establishment of company was that professors, educational force of Latvian University of Solid State Physics were establishing program of optometry in Baltic states, but there were no places then where for students to work for and how to care for clients, for their primary sense, eyesight. And then there's decisions that we need to establish also as a company. So over the course of years, we have grown substantially. We have entered new brands, new markets, have acquired companies, integrated companies, developed new business lines. So in details, you can see this slide in our presentation. So generally, we are a company who evolves constantly because it's part of our philosophy that you need to go forward, you need to grow, you need to find efficiency because world changes, consumers changes. There are many things which are dynamic, and we are a company which is also dynamic. We adjust to developing market. So our mission, vision, and values. First, our mission to provide high quality, accessible A-care through top professionals, innovation, and industry achievements. Vision to lead A-care sector with top-tier customer satisfaction, cutting-edge treatments, the best vision correction solutions, and sustainable innovation-driven growth. Values: we care, we dare, we stay honest, and we strive for excellence. The primary thing which we as a management drive that customer is number one. Customer health and customer well-being is above all. So if we do that at the best, then business will come. No, not automatically, but that's the philosophy, the customer above all. Ownership structure for individuals, Latvian residents, own mother company here OC Vision, two daughter companies here, Vision Express Baltija and UAB Vision Express. In OC Vision, it's a headquarters, largest warehouse, Optica professional services business line, e-commerce, European and then Baltic operations besides Lithuania, which is located in Lithuanian company, Optio, Visionet, retail chains, administrative office, etc. In Vision Express Baltija, it's Latvian Vision Express stores. In OAB Vision Express, it is Lithuanian Vision Express stores, Lithuanian Optio stores, Lithuanian warehouse, Lithuanian management, and Lithuanian e-commerce. Yeah. So historically, structure of the group is because we did some M&As. With some companies we reorganized, but we kept some logical structure how we want to work. About organizational structure, we are a company which is professionally managed. So we have several layers. There is strategic management board. Then there is a executive or general director, depending on countries. And then there's director level executive management, and then subdivisions and departments, etc., etc. And this is, I think, also a very big difference of comparable companies in Baltics or in even region. Yeah, that we are very professionally structured company with independent middle-high management. Employees split by gender: 88% women, 12% men. So by departments, you can say also the split. So we have frontline staff in optics, we have medical and technical professionals, we have management, supportive staff, warehouse employees, etc. So 3 business pillars of OC Vision. Firstly, and the biggest line is eye care and hearing solutions, which are optic stores, where we solve the problems of person's primary senses, whether it's vision, whether it's hearing. Secondly, it's e-commerce and marketplaces, very well established, modern, technologically. I will talk a bit later on, and growing. Very like all business lines grow, but e-commerce is one which is growing the fastest, I would say, percent-wise. Euro-wise, eye care solutions and hearing solutions. And wholesale and business-to-business professional services for sure is a very nice segment. The main focus is to provide optical instruments or optical goods to other optics, to hospitals, to private clinics, to doctors, etc. What differs us from also maybe some competition, etc., that we have long established engineer team inside our company. So we not only sell, but actually we provide solutions, provide services, aftercare, education, etc. And also we have very vast brand portfolio which we can offer to our clients, and with different technological solutions and different pricing solutions.
And from a geographic perspective, it's important to understand that currently those brick and mortar stores are located in Latvia and Lithuania. Obviously, we are looking for expansion, but that's probably discussion later. But Dr. Lensor already is having European approach. We have quite an open view on the business development, and Optica is also working without any borders.
Yeah, so maybe customer journey of largest business line. So how customer moves in our ecosystem, our philosophy. So generally, there is awareness for some dysfunction in your primary senses. Not this example for eye care, but for hearing care is quite similar. Yeah. So you have some problem. You don't see nearsightedness, farsightedness. Yeah. So you book appointment. You search it through some Google, through friends, through family, many channels, and we address all those channels. We want to understand always where our customers appear, where we can explain to them quality of service we provide, and get to our optics, to our specialists, etc. Then they do a book appointment in modern platforms, online platforms that we offer. They go to closest store. We have integrated systems, also all booking, shift planning, digital patient cards, etc., etc. So they receive certain recommendation, whether you need some certain product which will solve your vision problems, or you need some additional checks, etc., etc. Eventually, they end up either, depending on customer segment, younger customers tend to more still go home, browse on web, like try on, check in which store which is available, then go physically try on, etc. But the majority of customer base, which is 40 plus, and in our industry, they choose a store. It's usually same store where they have done a test or hearing test, and then they work with store professional staff to have solution to fix the problem of hearing or vision. Afterwards, they did a purchase, and then they receive their products and they wear. But life is a very, multi-dimensional thing. Yeah, so you have new hobbies sometimes. You marry, you have children. Many reasons actually why you need to go again back to the store. Despite primary reasons that once a year you should check your vision, because this is time where vision can change. So, and then they come back, and also we work with them and with our customers, and we are live partner for their vision and hearing. And this is our philosophy: is that we have a customer in our ecosystem, and we provide all the best solutions for best prices. And this is one also reason you can check in our websites, etc. Optics, that there's 100% glass satisfaction guarantee. Yeah, so we are very confident about products and service we provide to our customers. Yeah, and then cycle repeats after some time.
And the journey obviously is becoming shorter, because probably some 10, 20 years ago, person entered the optics once per 5 years or something, choose whether he will use or she will use glasses or contact lenses. Today, most of our clients actually use both glasses and contact lenses, depending on their activities. There is, as Tom said, activity-based requirements for glasses. So many clients have a number of glasses, and this journey cycle becomes shorter and shorter.
Yeah, so this is slide from presentations. I'm saying if you want to understand OC Vision, look at this slide. This is number one slide to understand as a business. So we are primary eye care, and now entering also primary hearing care market. So we are the company who screens population, who are certified specialists, certified optics, certified cabinets are places where if person has some problem, initially they come to us, our personal optometrists in vision case, they make diagnostic and several tests, inspections, etc. And based on that, they understand whether the solution can be provided by refraction physics, or there is some signs of macular degeneration, cataract, glaucoma, etc. Then they refer to ophthalmologists, sometimes in our company, sometimes to hospitals, etc. And it's very important function for society's well-being, for society's health, because there's problems which come now from all kind of also, like one is aging, demographics, etc., but also all digital trends, etc. It's very high amount, especially in kids segment. Also now there's myopia epidemic. So and our recommendation is always first do everything that you can avoid. So preventive care in a way. Don't let your children to have small screens. So like phone or some small computer or tablet. That's only TV. But most importantly, children should be outside at least 2, 3, 4 hours per day, looking distance, etc. And then for sure, not not always in world everything happens as it should. Then we provide different solutions how to address these problematics already when they are not be able to be solved by maybe simpler means. But our kind of always values and strategy stands that well-being and health above everything else. So and this is one of the things we drive through our organizations, that happy client means lifelong client. Hearing aid business also, we are entering the segment. We see that there's huge necessity that is not properly being addressed in Baltic states. The hearing solution availability, hearing test availability, geographical, pricing wise, etc., is not in the level we want to have it. So we are entering the market. We have been growing quite well over the course of last year. So we'll continue to do that.
And obviously here technology kicks in. It does a lot. For instance, talking about myopia progression some 20 or 10 years ago, if children start become myopic, there were no cure for that. You just change your lenses and observe how your kid is getting more nearsight. But today we have a number of technologies where we actually can slow down this myopia progression, and we have special equipment to diagnose how that treatment works. So therefore, I think from technological perspective, we can see also a lot of new things in the near future.
Yeah, so continuing, next slide. So about our optic stores, maybe some segmentation. So Vision Express, let's call it like full flag superstore. So it covers all segments, low, medium, high, some luxury also in some certain places, etc. So it's with very advanced HVAC equipment, with a laboratory inside, with 1 hour service for certain products, etc., etc. So big and bold, yeah. So we work with Vision Express based on license agreement already for more than 20 years, and very good cooperation. Optio, our own proprietary brand, it is a close to home, close to family focused optical chain. It is low medium, like a bit discounter, but no, like end, yeah. So it is a very growing chain. It's a very good potential for further expansion, especially in the regions. Plus, also Optio is very socially conscious. In Latvia, let's say we have a program that for any Latvian child, we give for 50 euros for free glasses, no questions asked. And this is again same value that we see in Latvia, that not all children are like come to optics and they get the treatment they need. So we are stepping in place sometimes when some I don't know, authorities should do that, yeah, but we are doing that just because we want better healthcare for society, and we in our segment we can do that, yeah. Visionet, so fashion oriented, in Latvia, currently present in Latvia, but with expansion potential to new markets. So fashion oriented, boutique style salon optics with special treatment of service quality, with several know-hows in terms of customer service and modern approach to vision check, etc. Yeah, so definitely recommend for anyone who's participating in the call to go and also see each of our chains experience. Also, an Optical Ornet, it's one store, super high luxury segment, which is located in Riga. Continuing, so retail presence across Baltic states, 77 stores, constantly evolving. So we have presence in Latvia and Lithuania. Lithuania also we see that we want to expand more towards regions. So it's part of our further strategy. And also in Latvia there is potential for several cities where we want to enter and grow. About Estonia, at some moment also we have plans when to go there and how to go there, but currently for foreseeable future we want to focus on growth in our these two markets. Unique store concept. So yeah, one thing I think which differs us from competitors. There are several things, I will name them all, I think, but one thing is that we invest heavily in our modern retail chains, consumer facing. Because of that, we have growing business. Because of that, we have high customer satisfaction. Because of that, we get good locations. So over the course of last, let's say 7-8 years, I think we have invested around 8 million euros in our store network, way above all, I think, our competition. And this is why actually it pays back. And also, if anyone wants to see difference, how we differ from some competition, I would definitely recommend going to making checks or hearing checks in our stores and seeing what technologies we employ, what level of service we have, what level of educations we have, etc., etc. Digital part, e-commerce. So over the course of last 2004, so 10 years, we have built our own very modern platform. Currently, it's already in a second version. So it's based on some technologically interested, so Python, yeah, but it's very fast, very adaptive. Entering new markets is not very costly, and now we are researching several ways how to enter new markets with new products, same products, different pricing strategies, etc., etc. Yeah. Besides that, we are also working with marketplaces, entering France and Germany marketplaces with certain amount of product where we see quite good logics and potential. Optica, as I mentioned before, professionally, business line, business-to-business clients. So this line can be divided in two parts. Yeah, so one part is eyewear products like lenses, contact lenses, frames, sunglasses for other optics or for some maybe retail clients, etc. And then there is this instruments professional kind of equipment part, yeah, which is optical lab equipment and ophthalmological equipment for other optics, for hospitals, for medical centers, for doctors, etc. And what we have really good portfolio. We sell in Baltic states, number one. So we have many technological solutions which we can provide to needs of our customers. We can provide different pricing solutions to needs of our customers. Plus, we have well-established big know-how of engineering in our company, so we can service them, we can repair them, we can teach, educate about our equipment, etc. So this is full-fledged kind of professional services, not only kind of selling part, which is also for sure important. Yeah. Supply chain. So just shortly, takeaway from the slide is that we are big, we are number one, and we work directly with big corporations from worldwide. So, and for some of them, we also do distribution of their products to smaller players in the region. Yeah, and we get marketing cooperation, we get good pricings, etc., etc. And this allows us to grow as a company, to develop and provide to our clients the newest, latest innovations in our field. Plus, also we have very strong internal product testing policy. We have product testing equipment and we have product testing teams. And before product goes to our customer, it goes through those several layers of testing, which allows us to be so confident on products and services we provide to our clients. And that's why we can offer 100% glass satisfaction guarantee, etc., which you can read about in our public homepage, etc., in our optic stores also for sure. Yeah, so key drivers of eyewear market. So firstly, demographics, aging population, a main client base is 40 plus. In next slide, you will see also that each person pretty much during life cycle goes to vision care and hearing care eventually. Healthcare, so people are more aware of healthcare. People invest more in healthcare. Also, it is in Baltic states with increasing prosperity. For sure, there's also like bigger share of your disposable income devoted to the healthcare. Consumer behavior is driving, so consumers, new hobbies, multiple pairs, newer generation, all this customization, personal style, and etc., etc. So it's also driving market and pricing. So first is industry through omni-channel is going to kind of and have already clear pricing. So it's easier to make decision, easier to buy, and easier to understand what you gain for what and what's good product, etc., etc. Yeah. So main macro trends in eye care industry. So as I told you, myopia epidemic is happening in all over the world. Yeah, so let's be really careful about our children, about close people, and etc., and educate them about this topic. Number two, digital generations are aging. So also in Baltic states, we had like those birth boom in 80s, let's say it. Now, so currently people are getting 40, 45 years old, and then this is also driving kind of demand for our services. Yeah, in hearing care, it's more like 60 years old. Yeah, this main driver. Eyewear as a fashion statement. Also, newer generations are more and more understanding that eyewear is not only functional value but also value of the fashion, of the style, and are ready to spend more on that. So some retail market value breakdown. So primary product is A-check plus complete pair or contact lenses or both. And then there is sunglasses, some accessories, etc. Yeah. So our main market developments, maybe sometimes, we hear, that it's negative demographics in Baltic states. No, not only Baltic states, whole Europe, etc., Western world generally. Yeah, but what we see, I understand that currently we are in quite stable consumer kind of potential clients demand because of all demographic issues, and also I mentioned historical birth peaks, etc., etc. So we have models. These are conservative estimates. Also, that our customer stable is quite stable. We can work with, and also what I can mention that if we would with same amount of 77 optics would be somewhere in Scandinavia or Western Europe, but probably our turnover will be more close to 100 million. Yeah, and this is also one big driver because average purchase value that you spend, you buy better lenses, you buy more advanced solutions, etc. This is also a driver. So prosperity drives also our market. Yeah. So key financial highlights. Top line growing. World is changing. The COVID war, geopolitics, United States now, tariffs, everything. But what we as management are doing, we can adapt, and we have very strong management. We clearly understand how to adapt, how to also forecast where the economy is heading, and what to do with our business. Yeah, EBITDA stable, but we are investing also quite heavily, very active in the marketing, and etc. So net profit also corresponds to that, and financing structure, interest rate payments, etc. Interest coverage ratio. So last year we ended was 4.8, which is good. Leverage in euro, net debt euro-wise 4.1 million or 1.8 over EBITDA. Also good. Equity ratio growing. Last year we ended with 27%. Income statement. So you can read in presentation. I'll not go so much in detail, but ideologically our main cost positions are product purchases where we work so with big suppliers, discounts, marketing, promotions, etc. And also we have direct purchases and from branded products, from Asia products, etc. Private labels, and so quite.
Here, I think important to see that we have a healthy gross profit margin, 63-64%, and if you take out wholesale, it could be even higher, and that obviously is very strong foundation for our business.
Yeah, and we are keeping that already for many decades. Yeah, so we know how to do that, and then there's labor cost, rent prices, marketing prices, IT costs, some other cost positions, etc. Yeah. So from balance sheet perspective, so asset side, we have trademarks, but not all trademarks actually are valued. Historically, back in 2016, we had to value to one organization by advice of KPMG. Yeah, but generally it is intangible assets, and also IT development costs. Some part is there. Fixed assets, then there is our real estate portfolio plus equipment, machinery, etc. for optics, HVAC, cars, some other assets which are practical fixed assets, and other non-current assets are real estate deposits. For some real estate agreements, we have bank guarantees. For some, we have historically real estate cash frozen as a deposit. Inventory, we have very strict inventory management policies of purchasing cycle, of write-down cycle, etc. Also imposed coordinated with our auditors. Yeah, so our inventory reflects the reality. Accounts receivable, it's a debtor from Optica business line mainly. Yeah. Cash and cash equivalents. So we have certainly large liquidity buffer. Sometimes I got questions why we have so big, but it is one of the reasons that we can react in uncertain times with good investment opportunities, with good business case, etc. Yeah, so this is also how we run our group, that with certain liquidity buffer you can make more bolder decisions and reach higher and better results and grow the business. So on passive side, equity 4.4 million, then current Autumn Fund mezzanine loan, then some leasings. Yeah, so and then working capital, the parts. Yeah, so moving forward, cash flow. So operationally generating cash flow investing some years more aggressive, some less aggressive, some interest payments. Yeah, so keeping our liquidity on good level. So about bond offering. So firstly, it is senior secured bonds. Yeah, so I'll talk about also pledges. Yeah, in the next slides. 10 million issue, 6% fixed coupon rate, interest rate paid quarterly, 4 years term, starting from year 100. So you can read also other terms like covenants or etc. here. So why to invest in OC Vision? First, the largest and most established, I would say, market maker in Baltics in terms of history is at establishing of optometry and all industry, etc. And we are a medically regulated company with certified specialists. Yeah. We have exclusive licensing partnerships with globally renowned brands, corporations, and we have really strong market positions and very good product offerings. We have vertically integrated business model, so it means we check client eyes, we provide solutions, we check clients' ears, we provide solutions. Yeah, we also make glasses fitting and everything by our own. So we have laboratories inside our optics and etc. We have proven track records that despite all global uncertainties and also depending on market, but Baltic economies I would not characterize as super growing in last years. Yeah, so we are growing double digit. Yeah, and how we do it? By strong management. Yeah, by understanding that in each market condition you can do more to go forward, and this is philosophy that we bring with our company. We have solid balance sheet, so we are not very leveraged. And we have most modern ACARE retail network in the region. We have high loyal and long-standing customer base, and also we work with new customers constantly. And we have experienced leadership team on all levels, and we have very low rotation of employees also because we are quite competitive with salaries, and also we are philosophically company where we are doing good for society, for our clients, for everyone, for cooperation partners. Use of proceeds. So 10 million refinancing Autumn loan, plus we have equity kicker part and also this mezzanine loan. Then we have some remaining cash on balance sheet. For what to use this cash? For investments, expansion of regional optics in both countries, entering new countries. Also constantly we have some pipeline where we are approached by advisors with M&A targets, so we always look through some opportunities. And also this finance investment project is co-financed by European Union. Collateral of the bonds. So as I told you, we are secured issue, so it means we are giving pledges on commercial, pledges on assets on mother-daughter companies, any new companies which we establish or acquire during course of business for this term. Plus we are giving mortgage agreements on our real estate property in both countries. Timeline. So we are currently in subscription period, 17 June it ends. Then there's timeline, next steps, how we finalize. Yeah. So investor loyalty benefit program, Kats can explain.
Yeah, you missed that we expect start listing on 30th of June. That means for those who would buy those bonds, obviously they will be exit also before the maturity of the bond, and I think it's important for many of our investors. Talking about loyalty benefit program, we incentivize invest 500 euros and more. For those investors, we offer 4 eye examinations and 4 hearing tests during the period. Obviously, you can choose whether you check your eyes once per year during all the bond period, or you distribute that possibility to your family or friends. And then you have also those dry eye therapy drops from our own home brand, Dr. Lenzer, which increase your vision comfort. But if you are able to invest 10,000 and more, you also get free Ray-Ban sunglasses. Technically, you can choose any sunglass we are selling. The most expensive are 249 euros, and that's your choice which Ray-Ban you take. This is the best-selling, obviously branded in all the companies we have. And then if you invest even more, starting from 50,000 euro, you also will have free prescription glasses or free subscription of contact lenses for 4 years with a value up to 1,000 euro, which also means that we care about our investors' eye health, and we are ready to give the best we have for those who are really committed to us.
Yeah, so as I told you, we are also co-financed by European Union, and now we have moved to end of presentation, so questions and answers are welcome.
Thank you. We have already received quite a few questions, so we'll start immediately. Before that, a reminder, all your questions are welcomed in writing through the Q&A box that you see beneath the presentation. The first question that we've received, can you please elaborate on the pricing of the issue? How did you come up with only 6%?
Yeah, so pricing of the issue, firstly, I want to mention that we are a group of companies also, which is kind of financed by banks. Yeah, but pricing of current issue, it depends, like two factors. One is market offer, another is business needs. Yeah, so let's start with market offer. So market offer is talks with institutional investors and understanding also part that we are providing secured obligations with commercial pledges and mortgages on real estate portfolio. And secondly, also we as a bond issuer are primary acre company, which is let's say unique in terms of bond market like offer currently. Yeah. Secondly, business needs. Yeah. So in banking sector, most probably we can get a bit lower interest rate currently, but bank instruments sometimes require some certain amortization, which is a more heavy on cash flow, which means I can invest less. So, but we as a group of companies grow with also investing. So we choose a bond instrument as instrument which provides also reasonable interest payment cash flow for our strategy of growth and where we want to expand and enter regions, etc., etc.
Yes, exactly. Our approach is quite flexible. We used to have working with banks, with various funds. Now we are tapping bond market. Obviously, we want to start this talk with the potential investors. Perhaps in next future, we also may come to the IPO.
Thank you. What are your expansion plans in Lithuania and especially in Estonia?
No, it's we have very certain expansion plans. How we see market developing, not only in Lithuania and Estonia, also in Latvia. Yeah, but generally in Latvia and Lithuania, expansion will be very focused towards regional expansion, where we see that customers lack proper offer of eye care services and hearing care services. So this is part of one side. Yeah. With regard to Estonia, there is a potential much bigger. We see not only regional but also prime city entrance. But on timeline, I will not comment at this moment.
Thank you. Why did you decide to develop the hearing business line?
What we see that hearing as a also primary sense of people are not, in our opinion, properly addressed in our markets where we operate, and we see that we want to bring high quality service much closer to our customers for much more available pricing, for higher quality of service quality with better equipment, etc. Yeah, and this is what is driving our vision why we enter the hearing market to provide necessary services where there is demand, but it's not served, in our opinion, proper quality and reachability.
It's not our invention. Many optical companies in Europe also following this path, and that is also linked to the demand for life quality. Since people are living longer, but their hearing possibilities also deteriorates. Now that the clients require actually aids which can add to their quality of the life.
Thank you. How do you see interest coverage during 2025 after bond issue and Altum debt closure? Any guidance or targets for the rest of this bond issue time?
No, what you can see that currently, historically, how much we have paid for interest. Yeah, so from our profit and loss statements, yeah, so it is a bit below 500,000 per year. So currently, we'll increase that to 600,000 with additional financing we also take on, yeah, for pursue our investment strategy. But for sure, no, kind of our EBITDA amount is quite enough to cover that, yeah.
Thank you. Why bond covenant levels are set low compared with other bond issuers and much lower than the latest company ratios, equity ratio and ICR?
No, I will not agree that bond. So can you repeat the question? Whether bond interest rate is or
Bond covenant levels?
Okay. So no, okay. This is about covenant levels. So firstly, there are two covenants. Yeah. So let's start with equity ratio. So equity ratio covenant. What kind of we foresee for sure that no, it is already accounting specifics, yeah. But when we pay equity kicker, we need to kind of put it through profit and loss statement as additional interest, yeah. So just it short term will just influence a bit equity, yeah. So that's why we are adjusting that, yeah. But no, generally for business, it is more mechanical than practical, yeah.
There is another technicality. If you continue with some M&A transaction, then obviously it could be some period where we are probably not able to have this very high ratio. That's why we actually have reserved possibility for this year and next year to have it slightly lower.
No, yeah, and then about no net debt EBITDA, it's pretty much standard, yeah. So which is always kind of whether it's bonds or banks, etc. Yeah. So
it's actually reflecting also risk profile of our company. We are operating since early 90s. We've gone through many of crises, and we see that optical market is not as responsible to recessions and GDP changes as probably other businesses. So therefore, we are more resilient.
Thank you. Let's talk about the collateral in Latvia. Who holds the first ranking pledge over the assets?
Swedbank. We have bank guarantee limit. I think it was around 500,000 euros currently, and we keep this pledge just that we want to continue working with bank guarantees, and it would be quite like big operational work to team just to to change, I don't know, pledge those bank guarantees with many lessors like in short time, so it's easier just.
Yeah, we will increase that limit slightly, but obviously we would not. We are not interested to spend investors' cash just on deposits and trade centers. So we use instrument which is more appropriate.
Thank you. At a given moment, the last question that we have received: what companies are the biggest competitors for OC Vision in Baltic countries, online sales and street sales? And how is OC Vision better than competitors?
No, so for online sales, I think Pan Baltic there is no one. Yeah, so it's in each market. And so in Latvia it would be Manas Lēcas LV. So in Lithuania, Geri Lešai could be, or Lešis, and Cetra LT. In Estonia, their own local bigger players. But I think first thing you need to, again, you can open their technological solutions and open our technological solutions and look what the customer journey looks like for your customer. Yeah, this is number one. Secondly is also pricing power, pricing potential, and etc. You can offer what kind of loyalty solutions you can offer to your customers, etc. Yeah. And what differs us, in my opinion, is that we work on high customer satisfaction. So we want that not only price is important, but customer satisfaction in our strategy is equally important. So this is the answer about commerce segment.
And we have developed our proposition in those online channels in a way that somehow result is that our clients are spending more per purchase. So that's another I would say competitive advantage of Dr. Lancer and omni-channel part of brick and mortar. Because again, as Toms explained before, we have this online player, but we have also omni-channel offerings for all the stores. So you can go to visionet.lv or visionexpress.lt and get full e-commerce experience integrated with brick and mortar experience. And we don't have those issues probably some competitors in Germany or US are facing, that suddenly they realize that online model only is not getting that growth and profitability they required.
Yeah, then answering question about brick and mortar, so physical retail chains, etc. Like depending on market. So we have one competitor which is present in both markets. Yeah, so it's a German franchise operated by a Lithuanian company, Filman. Yeah, so I think if you look at our businesses and etc., then my first recommendation would be just go and make a check in one company, do a check in other company, and see kind of maybe there's some certain difference. Yeah, and this I would say is strongly number one kind of, and also difference is between kind of maybe retail concepts. If we look at how Vision Express or Optio, etc., we are renovating, changing our retail concepts each 5-7 years, depending on brand and etc. etc. And this keeps us fresh. This keeps us interesting to good locations, to have good win-win business models with lessors, etc. etc. And this also, I think, big difference. Yeah, and on local market level already there are some other competitors, but no, they are I would say also much smaller in kind of amount, and there's no like same differences. I think what we stand out is with our professionalism, with A-care quality above all, with freshness, modernness, technological advancement, and also for sure professional management. And we have really good independent layers of management in our group.
Yeah, obviously, we see some competition in smaller cities outside of Riga by local companies in Lithuania and Latvia. But for that we have Optio. It's perfect concept to develop also in smaller cities. We see change of our consumer behavior. They are not ready to go for bigger purchases to Riga or to Vilnius. They are ready to solve all their needs locally. And we are following that with Optio.
And then also one, I think, where we stand out, I think I talked about it earlier in the presentation, but if not, I will repeat myself, that we put our customers' interests above everything else. So with product selection, it's not only enough that we are provided with nice products from supplier, with nice marketing, etc. Product, before it goes to our customer, to our stores, it goes through different testing layers, technological testing, let's say in terms of lenses, distortion testing, etc. Then chief product managers, chief optometrist wear those lenses, understand that they work well, yeah, and then only product goes to our customers, and we can provide them 100% satisfaction guarantee. So this is, I think, what distinguishes us between competition, that we do extra miles to make our customers happy.
Thank you. We've received one more question. What potential do you see in entering Estonian street market?
Estonian street market, you are no kind of. I think you are addressing brick and mortar. So as I told you, we have some certain strategy how to do it and when to do it, but no, I will not go in very much commercial details currently.
Thank you. One more question. Is Altum forcing the company to refinance the
No.
facility, or is it your initiative?
Our initiative, purely.
Yeah, we still have 1 year to go with Altum. We are in very good standing, but our ambitions to do some M&A transactions actually is suggesting that we might have another structure of financing.
Seems we have addressed all the questions from participants. If you do have any additional inquiries or questions left after the call, please approach the company individually at investors@ocvision.eu. Now, before closing the call, I'm passing over to OC Vision for the closing remarks.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for spending time with us. It is really great that we are entering public market. So we have also additional plans in 4 or 5 year period of next steps in the public market. So this we have this synchronization period, let's call it like that. And this is possibility for you to invest in #1 company in Baltic states in particular field and invest with company which is doing good. Yeah, so this is my closing remarks. So thank you all, and let's keep working.
Right. I also suggest that you consider investment in OC Vision bonds because of our field of activity. So there are a lot of offers for real estate, consumer finance in the market, but I think for retail and eye care and medical care, there are just a few opportunities. Don't miss it.